What's my beef with Meghan Markle and H? Let me tell you, absolutely nothing. They're the gift that keeps on giving. And yes, I'm going to continue with my Heather from the Hood recap. With love, Megs, we can't say Christmas special. I put my time in, and I'm going to talk about it. I know other stuff's going on and no one probably cares, but damn it. Too bad. So, the next segment opens up with Megzy wearing red pajamas. Why? Because her dear friend Lindsay is coming over. And apparently her and Lindsay have been friends since they were 17. Was she at the wedding? I don't think so. But nonetheless, still friends since 17. And why they're wearing Christmas pajamas is because this is Lindsay's family's tradition to have matching pajamas. So Megz is like the Grinch of Montecito, man. She just goes around stealing other people's traditions because she can't have none of her own because she doesn't talk to any of her family. Oh my God. Okay, so red pajamas. And then it cuts to Megzy making this. It's kind of like a cinnamon bun, but it kind of looks like a star snowflake thing. And instead of rolling the cinnamon buns, she twists them so they look like a snowflake star. Doesn't look that bad. I have to say that. Okay. And then her friend Kelly comes in. She's wearing red pajamas too. It's a big pajama party already then. And then they start popping bottles because who's shocked, right? Mimosa time. So then she uses pomegranate syrup instead of orange juice, which didn't look that bad. Okay, so, and then Megzy's going to make these baked pears. But then she starts talking about a story I've never heard about. But hey, it's Meg, so she just loves telling tales, right? So as she's coring these pears and she's putting butter and honey in them, she's going to bake them in the oven. And that's all she put in it, like a little cube of butter and some honey. Oh, and a little bit of ginger. And I'm like, where's like the brown sugar? She starts talking about how she used to make these cored apples when she was on her own, a broke college student, coring apples and baking them in the microwave to have like this baked apple thing, right? With brown sugar and butter. And she's like, oh, it was so good. But, I was poor and I could only afford apples. I didn't make that story up. Hand to God. All right. But again, a new story. And then, okay, so she bakes the pears. And then they go to the craft room. But they all change. So another wardrobe change, right? And they make Christmas wreaths, like out of fresh trees. And Megzy's friend there, Kelly, actually does a good job. And the cameraman says to her, hey, like, you did a really good job. And Megz doesn't even miss a beat. She says, see, it just goes to show you don't need to be an expert to do this. Hand to God, she said that. Oh my God. Good friend, eh? Now, next segment, costume change again. And this is going to be the wrapping segment. Now, I'm not going to lie. I was very, very excited about this wrapping segment. Side story, when I was a teenager, I had a job wrapping presents in the mall, right? So I'm kind of good, right? So I'm like, all right, so I want to see a Candy Spelling wrapping room. And if you don't know about Candy Spelling's wrapping room, Google it. Okay, so here it is. It's coming. And oh my God, I was like, she built this up over and over about how she taught advanced gift wrapping and it's going to be a thing and there's going to be a lot of gift wrapping. The whole segment was 1 minute, 7 seconds from start to finish. And did I learn anything? No, because she doesn't teach you anything. She makes this cool like design with a wrapping paper. So it looks like it has like a folder you can stick stuff in. She sticks in a sprig of rosemary, not like a candy cane or something fun. Bottle of hooch, even I'd go for that, like the little airplane bottles. But no, more plants. Okay. But she doesn't teach you how to do it. She's like, you put your fingers here, you put your fingers here, you flip the box, not put your hands top to bottom, east to west, north to south, do the hokey pokey, nothing. She does not teach you anything. And then she does get a bottle of wine, and she's like, I'm going to teach you guys how to do this Japanese wrapping, and I can't say the word, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. And she wraps the bottle in a scarf. And it looks pretty. It does, because it gets like this little kind of flower thing when you're all done. Does she teach you how to do it? No, again, you put your fingers here, you put your fingers here, you do this, blah, blah, blah. The camera is not even on her hand the whole time. I don't know what the freak happened. Magic of television. Someone else came in and did it probably. And then she goes, ta-da. There it is. Okay. Now, say it with me. New wardrobe time. New segment. So now Megsy's making veggie wreath. Now, you could Google schmoogle it all you want. You'll see some really cool veggie wreaths, right? Basically, you take your vegetables, you make it look like a freaking wreath, right? Not rocket science. Megz makes this thing look so sad. The wreath looks like it's been dead since like the beginning of time. Like, it's all like, what the hell did she use? Broccoli, celery. It looks very sad and wilted and not fun and festive at all, right? Kind of like Mike's. So this is where the tennis girl, that Naomi girl's coming over, and they're going to do a craft, right? But she's like, oh, I'm going to make her a Christmas cider. So she's got it. She's like, I just bought apple cider from the store and zhuzhed it up, or elevated, as she says, with some other spices. Now, this is how I know Megsy's never going to be a gazillionaire and or founder and or anything. Because this whole show was taped last year. Now, you would think this whole as ever branding lifestyle guru that she wants to be with her honey and the jam didn't just happen overnight. It takes some planning and it takes some work, and you have to go into test kitchens and blah, 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 blah. Why wouldn't you, and I know reshoots are expensive, but why wouldn't you at least cut to the parts of you using honey and it be yours? The wine, all the champagne she's popping is not hers. All the wine she's drinking is not hers. The jam she's using is not hers. Why wouldn't you either A, wait to do this show, or reshoot it with your stuff? What a doughhead. Anyway, okay. So, craft room, they're making, again, a project that a preschooler would make. So they're going to paint Christmas plates for Santa, for their kids. This is art projects the kids should be doing, not a full-grown adult. I'm not going to paint a plate for Santa. That my kids are supposed to do that. I don't get it. And then we find out Megz can't draw. This tennis girl, the Naomi girl, she's very shy. Very shy. She does not want to be there. She wants the hell out of there. I don't know what she did wrong to get on this show. If she's being punished for something, I don't know. Probably. But she seems like a sweet girl and she wants out. So, again, painting a plate, craft for Santa. And then Megz is like, oh, I can't draw. So then she takes a mug and she writes a note from Archie and Lily. Dear Santa, we've been good. Please travel safe. I can't see the rest of what it says. XO, Archie and Lily. Again, she wrote it in handwriting, not her kids. And she's like, oh, well, thanks for coming. I'll seal these and I'll send them to you. She's never getting them. And like, oh my God, really? Would you want it? Like, that girl couldn't get out of there fast enough. The end.